I'm Yaya, as you all know. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And we're going to talk about the 90-day rule. Let's hop right into it. This 90-day rule that Steve Harvey, Uncle Steve, has put out there as a guideline on how to keep a man and how to make a man respect you and want to be with you. I think it's bullshit. I think that is Steve's way or a man's way to control a woman and to figure out a way to disrespect her, pretty much. If she doesn't meet that quota and meet that goal, I'm not with you and I didn't take you seriously because you gave me sex. You gave it up early. You gave it up before 90 days. So if I give it up to you on the 85th day, I'm not worthy. If I gave it up to you on the 89th day, I'm not worthy. I'm that much better if I gave it up to you on the 91st day. I'm wifey material now. I think it's bullshit. I think that, yeah, you should make a person wait. But then at the end of the day, what type of man are you to sleep with a woman fast? What makes you better than her? It takes two of y'all to have sex. So you can't say women ain't supposed to give it up on the first date or women shouldn't give it up so fast and women. But if you're sleeping with the woman and you're judging her for how fast she gave it up, then what does that make you? That makes you a hoe too. That makes you a thought too. That makes you whatever too. Whatever you're calling her, that's what you are. Now, I get the whole double standard. Women can't do what men do and all that. I agree to a certain extent. I agree that, carry yourself like a lady. Not to get the attention of a man, but because it makes you feel good. It's the right thing to do. But then what is carrying yourself like a lady? Everybody has their own definition of what being a lady is, what being a good woman is, right? For example, you have women that are in relationships or not, and they feel like a lady doesn't belong in the streets, in the club, and this, that, and the third. And you have these women that they glorify and they put it out there. I don't go out. I don't do this. I go home. I cook. I can. But you still gonna get cheated on, sis. You can have a man and be in the house all day and be this so-called good woman, standard image of not going out, not going to the club, not doing this, not doing that. All the things that so-called non-good women do. You could be that. But if that man still want to cheat on you, he going to cheat on you. If he don't want to be with you, he not going to be with you. And then also on the flip side of that, if you're single and you don't go out and you don't do all these things, you ain't going to find a man because he's not going to break into your house. He's just not. So there's balance. You got to balance that shit out, right? And so making a man wait 90 days, being a good woman, being a bad woman. Okay, a so-called good woman would make a man wait 90 days. She's a good woman. But how do you know that? Because she made you wait 90 days? I'll give you an example. What if she just moved into your town from her town? And she was the biggest hoe in her town. But she moved to your town and she tells herself, I'm going to change my ways and whoever I meet, I'm going to make them wait because I'm trying to change. She made you wait 90 days. She didn't make Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, the RZA, the Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, Raekwon, the Chef, U-God, Ghostface Killer, or the Method Man wait 90 days. They was getting it in the first 90 seconds. Hell, they call that bitch the first 48 back home. First 48. Everybody getting it. But she made you wait 90 days. And now she's the so-called good woman. She's the image of the good woman, right? But then you meet a woman that gives it up on the first date. You want to know why? Because she feels like I make these men wait. I play by the game. I play the rules. I'm a good woman. And they don't respect that. They treat me like shit anyway. So you know what? I'm not making nobody wait if that's not what I want to do. If I meet a man and we go out and I like him and the chemistry is there, he getting some. But this is a good woman. She's known to be a good woman, whatever that means. So you can't really judge somebody off of how fast they have sex with you. That's my issue with the 90-day rule, because you don't know why a woman is making you wait 90 days. She could simply be giving her body time to heal from the train wreck that she just put her body through. You don't know. You have no idea why a woman is making you wait. It don't necessarily mean because she's this respectful, good woman that has standards. No. So fellas, y'all gotta stop judging women based off of how fast they give it up, because it's just not foolproof. It doesn't make sense. On the flip side of that, though, ladies, there is a benefit to making a man wait. It's sort of like when you start a job and you're gung-ho about this job. You want this job. You ain't had a job in a long time. You need a job. You tired of jumping around from job to job. You need benefits. You need a pension. You need 401k. You need all that shit. So you dead serious about this job. You go on your interviews. You ace the interview. And they say, you know what? We're going to hire this girl. I see the hunger in her eyes. She really want to work. And they hire you. But they don't bring you on permanently just yet, because they got to make sure. They got to make sure that you're serious about this. They got to make sure. So they put you on probation for 90 days. Because they want to see if you're going to keep that same energy in 90 days that you had when they first hired you. You're a team player and this and that, and you'll go above and beyond, right? They want to see if you're going to keep that same energy. And so 30 days go by, they watching you, you working, you coming in on time, you doing what you got to do. Month and a half, 2 months go by, you still hanging in it. You still coming in saying good morning. You know the receptionist don't like your ass, but you smiling at that bitch anyway. Hey girl, how you doing? You know, you doing all of that shit because your main focus is, I want this job. I want them to bring me on permanently. 90 days come, that 90-day mark, you get that email for you to step into the office. HR emails you and they say, you have completed your probation. Congratulations. You are now a permanent employee. Here's your package. This is your reward for doing what you said you were going to do and remaining consistent. You get the benefits now. We giving you Metro cards. We gonna feed you. We gonna take care of you now. You gonna earn that check. We even gave you a raise. You came in as an hourly for them 3 months. Now you got a salary now because we trust you. You put in that work. That is the benefits of making someone wait before you give them your most precious jewels. Because what you will find within even 3 weeks, when you meet a man, you'll see exactly where his head is at. You'll see. He could like you and, oh, you a good woman, you a good girl, and you dope. You all these things until you don't want to give him no ass. You all those things. His interest, if he ain't about shit, and that was his angle in the first place, his interest will fade. It will fade. He's not going to be as attentive and complimentary and all those things. He's not going to do that because he's not reaping the benefits of singing your praises and taking you out and all of that. No, he's doing these things just to get in. So if you go to a job and you talking all this hot shit just to get in to get a check, they're going to let you in because they're not too sure if you full of shit or not. They're going to let you in, but they don't lose nothing by not giving you the benefits. Your employer loses nothing by not giving you a 401k and all those things. That big package that you're trying to get, they lose nothing if you show your ass before 90 days. So ladies, you lose nothing if this man shows his ass before his probation period is up. You lose nothing. All right. You went out on a couple of dates, whatever. You probably hugged, kissed, talked on the phone, whatever it is that y'all were doing. You okay with losing that shit if you decide you're not giving him no ass and he can go ahead about his business. But now if you give it up too fast and you expected more from this man and you give it up and he diss you, now that's why you're left feeling empty and crazy. Because you gave it up too fast, your expectations were too high, and you didn't take the time to really look inside of this man to kind of see. The energy don't lie. So if you gave it up to somebody and you know the energy wasn't right and you still had expectations after that, that's your fault. That's your fault. Like, you can't even be mad at nobody but yourself, because you knew when you was on your way to his house or on your way to that hotel or when he was on his way to your house, you was having those doubts. Yes, you was. You was having those doubts like, damn. You was calling up your friends like, I'm about to get with him. Ah, girl, I don't know. And they like, girl, well, don't do it. If you're not feeling it, don't do it. And you like, yeah, but I ain't had it in a while. And somebody on this shoulder is saying, don't do it. Listen, if you're not feeling it, call him and tell him you can't make it. If you're not feeling it, tell him forget it. Your stomach hurt. But then you got somebody on that other shoulder saying, girl, just do it. You only live once. And that's all fine. Your girls are going to do that. They're going to give you advice based off of what they know about you and what you've been telling them and what they think you need, based off of what you've been telling them. But only you know exactly what you need and exactly what you should do. So now when you wind up sleeping with this man that your spirit wasn't really in alignment with, you feel played afterwards. You feel stupid afterwards. So the morals for that example is, don't fucking sleep with people if you're not feeling it. Don't do it because you feel pressured. Don't feel it. Don't do it because you feel like this guy ain't gonna like you no more or whatever. Fuck him. Before he met you, he was sleeping with some damn body. He ain't a virgin, so let him continue sleeping with who he's sleeping with. He'll be all right. But don't sacrifice your dignity to lay down and give your body to somebody that you know you shouldn't, that you're not really feeling right. As an adult, I don't see anything wrong with not having a time limit on sleeping with somebody. I don't, because when you meet people, that energy and that connection, sometimes it happens quickly. The only thing you got to be concerned about is the mate. Is that person mature enough to understand how that energy and how that whole thing works? Because if he's not mature and he doesn't get it, you all types of hoe in his eyes, number one. He's going to press you for sex every time he talks to you because he thinks that's what it's about. He doesn't get it. You know what I mean? So that's the only issue that you may have to deal with in giving yourself to someone quickly. But overall, I say try to get to know someone as much as possible. And you never know anybody enough. You could be with somebody for years and still not know everything about them. But you can get a general idea of people within the first couple of minutes of talking to them. You can. In person, you look in their eyes, you kind of feel them out. You could just feel it. You just know. And just like with men, when they look at a woman, they could say, she's wifey material. Women, we have that too. We have it too. You have some men they'll think a girl is cool and attractive and whatever. But in their mind, for whatever reason, whether it's where they are in their life, whether it's what they think of her, whatever it is, they'll look at this woman and say, I just want to hit it. We could be cool, but I just want to fuck her. I don't really see nothing with her. Ladies, you got to understand that sometimes that's how the man looks at you, and you're going to wind up hurt. If you are not real with yourself and if you don't kind of take in their energy and realize what they're about. But we have that same discernment to look at a man and be like, he's attractive. I'll give him some, but I don't see him as someone that I would take seriously. It's okay. Everybody you meet is not husband material, boyfriend material. They're not. So if you meet somebody and you feel like this is all they're worth to you, then that's what it is. But just be careful not to hurt and use people. 90-day rule is bullshit. You can get dissed on the 91st day. You can get married after the first day. It just doesn't matter. It's all about the two people, their connection, where they're at in their life, what they want from one another, where they've been, where they came from, and where they're going. Bottom line, this is Conversations with Yaya. Don't stress yourself about that shit. Do what you feel.